Well, a quick look at another Prescott Breakfast Club flyout. In this case, 135 miles to Marble Canyon Airport by way of the Grand Canyon SFAR. As we approach the Grand Canyon SFAR, we at Zuni Alpha, we're climbing to 11.5, and Captain Bill assumes before we get to Zuni here, we are level 11.5 as we come up on Zuni Alpha, looking down at the Colorado River and the inner basin. Off to the right, we see where the Little Colorado cuts into the Grand Canyon and joins the Colorado River. Flying through the Zuni corridor, we head straight across and we'll enter Marble Canyon when we get further north. It's a 19-mile leg through the Zuni corridor. As we start to work our way through, off to the left we see the south rim protruding out to the north a little bit, and generally we're looking west in that picture. And then a look at the inner gorge, and as we continue north, the north rim actually starts to come up under our left wing. Further north, we enter the Marble Canyon and all the colorful rock formations. All the aircraft stay in touch with each other, so we have a pretty good idea, and we arrived in the area in a fairly good sequence. Taking a look at the rather narrow runway, it's asphalt. It's a little rough at the approach end, but generally you land like this aircraft did on runway 3 and take off on 2-1. No numbers, just the center line. There's one of the RB-7s that supplied some of the pictures. And Captain Bill's RB-7A. Look at where we had a breakfast. Really good service, good food, not bad prices. Just across the street from where we had all of the group's aircraft. As you can see, it was largely RVs, although we did have a Cessna and a Scout and a Comanche. Leaving, we had to stay within 3 miles of the airport till we got out of 6300 before we could go on course. Continued our climb through 8 and then on to 10.5 when we entered the Zuni corridor to cross Zuni southbound. Again, you can see the south rim in the distance as we approach it. Well, now free of the regulatory airspace, we're heading straight for home, as you can see on Bill's Dion. Here we're passing over or adjacent to Valley Airport, the second home of Planes of Fame Museum. And arriving back at Prescott, Bill tucks his little plane in for a nice rest, a well-deserved one.